Family Life and the Kendrick brothers team up for a new film? I talked to Bob Lepine about it, plus new releases from Christian Cinema and that wonderful pick of the week. All of that coming at you right now on Christian Cinema Weekly. Since 1976, the ministry Family Life has been committed to helping people find biblical help for their marriage and family relationships. They do this through several ministries, most notably their Weekend to Remember marriage getaways and their Family Life Today radio broadcast. But now, they're partnering up with the Kendrick brothers to create a new film called Like Arrows. Like Arrows follows a fictional couple, Charlie and Alice, over 50 years as they navigate through parenting and family life. Whether you're just starting out your family or you're an empty nester, this movie will speak to you where you are. So I was able to catch up with Bob Lepine, Senior Vice President and Chief Creative Officer over at Family Life, and he's the co-host of Family Life Today, their radio broadcast. Let's see what he has to say.
I would say to folks, if you are a fan of This Is Us, the TV show, we have a similar emotional tone. I think it's a great show, and they have more budget than we had, but we think we're touching some of the same issues that a show like that touches, just getting into the heart of a family and the parenting challenges we face as we raise the next generation.
He sounds just like he sounds on the radio. Well, if you want to see Like Arrows, it's coming out in theaters for a special 2-day Fathom event. It'll be showing on May 1st and 3rd only. So go to fathomevents.com and search Like Arrows to find out if there's tickets in your area. All right, well, you know, there are also some new features on digital, so let me tell you all about that right now. First, we've got a film called I'll Push You. I'll Push You is a documentary about best friends Justin and Pat. One day, Justin asked Pat if he wanted to go to Spain and hike a 500-mile grueling pilgrimage called Camino de Santiago. Translated, of course, that means Camino of Santiago. Now that sounds like a pretty tough undertaking, not something you'd say, yeah, sure, let's go, you know, all willy-nilly or whatnot. And then add to the fact that Justin is in a wheelchair. That might add a little more of a challenge. But Pat does say yes, and he offers to push Justin the whole way, hence the name I'll Push You. It's an amazing story of dedication and friendship and beautiful cinematography that will leave you wanting to hike Camino de Santiago. Or just be glad that Justin and Pat decided to do it so you could watch it from the comfort of your couch. The next movie is called Fatima, the ultimate mystery. Agnostic filmmaker Monica doesn't believe in miracles. But when she's hired to make a movie about the 1917 miracle of Fatima, she can't ignore the images she encounters. Fatima fuses history, science, and narrative to craft a story about the existence of miracles and the power of prayer. If you're interested in the Fatima miracle, this movie is for you. You might also enjoy the movie if you're taking a Spanish class, because the whole movie's in Spanish, but it does have English subtitles. Check it out. And finally, out on digital is the film The Father's Love. In The Father's Love, a young woman moves to the Big Apple to pursue her dream of being a filmmaker. She gets swept up in the excitement of city life and meets a man who might be the love of her life. But under the surface of all this excitement could lie some great danger. As she navigates the treacherous waters of her new life, will Sarah emerge a stronger person or be dashed on the rocks? All right, it is time now for our pick of the week, which happens to be a film called Wildflower. Chloe is a college student with a troubled past who takes refuge in her art. When she starts dreaming and painting about a horrible crime, she wonders if there's part of her past she hasn't processed yet. As they put the clues together, they realize they are on a case of a decades-old crime. If you want to find out what happens to them in this pick of the week, you can check that out and all of the digital releases I mentioned this week at christiancinema.com. Plus, I've put the links in the description below. That's all I've got to say for today. If you want to keep up with the latest and greatest news surrounding faith and film, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm Kevin. Have a great week.